This is the unfortunate story of Breville Infuser BES840 XL. I got this unit in a non-working condition, which is not the first time I do this, but this time around the outcome wasn't fabulous. So let me tell you what happened. First off, this unit had a failure that is actually quite common with this model and with the Breville Barista Express, which you might be more familiar with. The Barista Express is exactly like this unit, only to this side here there's a grinder. This one doesn't have a grinder. Now, what fails in these espresso machines is particularly this little guy here, which is the first valve, the one with 3 connections, 1, 2, and 3, this one being the input. And sometimes this one fails as well, but this one is more common for some reason. Unfortunately, a common form of failure for this solenoid is a short circuit. Sometimes the coil inside burns out, and surprise, surprise, it shorts out, and then it damages the control circuit, which brings me to the unfortunate part of this situation. So let me shift over to this side and show you something really, really sad. Okay, sorry about the shaky picture, but hopefully this will be useful for you in the future. If not, it'll be useful for me because I'm obviously documenting this unfortunate event. So what happened here? Well, actually, let me explain how this circuit works. There's 2 triacs right here. This is the one that controls the first solenoid that I showed you, and this one controls the second. This little guy, I believe, controls the pump. And the behavior was a little bit odd because this unit would, the minute you plugged it in, even without turning it on, it would turn on both coils, both solenoids, which I assumed would be due to these little guys, 1 and 2, being shorted out. One of them was shorted out, the other one was actually okay. When one of the solenoids destroyed the triac, it also burnt out this little resistor here. It's a 1 kilo ohm resistor. Then the voltage surge went all the way to this transistor, burnt it, burnt the resistor next to it, and what I found out just now is that the overcurrent went through this little resistor, burnt it, and damaged this little guy. Breville were very smart to, erase the name from it. I could probably, if I really wanted to, I could probably spend a few hours and identify it. It's a 44-pin microcontroller. I don't know if it's made by Microchip or who knows what manufacturer, but I believe I could identify it. It would be useless though because I don't have the program to write in it. I'm a little bit frustrated because actually the processor is functioning. It's just that the 2 outputs that drive these 2 transistors, this little guy and this little guy here, they are shorted to the ground. Well, not shorted. This one's got like 55 ohms and this one 80 ohms. Enough to drive these PNP transistors to get them to conduct and to energize these 2 thyristor triacs. I believe they're triacs. I don't know. I'll have to check. I didn't even look at the data sheet. And sadly, because of a bad microcontroller, I cannot save this unit. So this is what bad news looks like. I've had a similar unit with similar behavior a few months back. These parts were burned. I replaced them. Everything worked fine after replacing the solenoids. So we'll see what happens. This unit might become a donor unit, or it might be saved if I get my hands on a board, not on a processor, unfortunately. Let's be realistic. Nobody's going to sell a microprocessor. But hopefully, this unit will help save other units. That's the worst case scenario, which is still good. It'll help me save other espresso machines where these two guys are defective. It's got a good pump, so it'll more than make up for the investment. It's just that, you know, it's sad because I couldn't save him. Okay, I hope this helped you. I'm here if you have any questions.